اعوذ باللہ السمیع العلیم من الشیطان اللعین الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم رب اشرح لی صدری ویسر لی امری واحلل عقدۃ من لسانی یفقہوا قولی ان اللہ وملائکتہ یصلون علی النبی یا ایھا الذین آمنوا صلوا علیہ وسلموا تسلیما اللہم صلی علی محمد وآل محمد بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم سبحانک یا لا الہ الا انت الغوث الغوث خلصنا من النار یا رب. We are doing Joshan Kabir and we have finished 35 units of Joshan Kabir, and today we are on the 36th one. The last one which I did was, it was the unit was more, each one has got a unique way of presenting the names of Allah and a unique way of praises and glorifications for him. As you have realized, not only unique in the text, but it is also unique in making you understand by bringing back some names in a very very special and a peculiar way. Last time what we had done was his name Hua. That was the 35th one. The concentration was on his name Hua, and here it was used, the chaining words were used, the chaining names. The chaining names means it was how it was repeated. It is said, Yaman huwa fi quwwatihi aliyun, Yaman huwa fi uluwihi qaribun. See that the name Ali comes in the last, and then Ali comes in the first. Now when we got qaribun, qarib means something that is near. Now you use the word qarib. You say Yaman huwa fi qurbihi latifun. Now again there are two names of Allah. Now see, the second one will go and join towards the first way of using. Yaman huwa lutfihi sharifun. Okay, so in this way, it is chaining words. Like, the names and the asma are used in different, combinations. And each combination has got, multiple understandings and multiple benefits. Like, when Allah placed Rahman Rahim, and you go on explaining that, it comes to us through the hadith of the Prophet, it comes to us through Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam, and so many different aimma, and they give a different explanation of why Rahman and Rahim are placed together. But that is only one formula of understanding Rahman and Rahim. But when you go and you have these pairing names together, it's very common in the verses of the Quran. The pairing names are very common, and whenever you have to refer to them, you refer to the text of Joshan Kabir, and you can find multiple meanings, and you can go there in the depth of the Quran. Now what we come to the 36th one, here it's written, Baraye Dafaye Jino Pariyo, Dard. It's for if anybody has got that jinn or pari, it's other spiritual things. Some people get scared of them, and some people feel they're possessed or whatever. So these words of Allah are used for that reason. Now again, the 10 names which are used as a unit, it says Allahumma inni as'aluka, oh Allah, I ask you with your names. Now which names? It says Ya Kafi. Kafi is whatever we say in Urdu, the same Kafi means sufficient one. Ya Shafi. Shafi means what? It has got two names. It means Shafi also means the one who gives you Shafa, and it also means the one who is, who will, complete, or he will fill up your, negativities and make them positive, or concrete your way. Shaf means two together. He will complement with his rahmat and complete whatever is incomplete in your life. Okay, ya wafi. Wafi means also completer. It means wafa. Okay, that also means a completer. Ya maafi means the one who forgives. And then it says Ya hadi. Hadi means the one who is the guide. Ya da'i. Ya da'i means it comes from the word dua. It means the one who calls. Ya qazi means the one who commands. Ya Razi means the one who is pleased. He's very easily pleased with people. Ya Ali. Ali means one who has got a very high status. And Ya Baqi. Ya Baqi means he is ever living. He is eternal. You know, इंसान के लिए फना है और अल्लाह के लिए बका है. So any state, you know, if you stop at the stage of baqi, you know, I'm giving you different forms of explanations, and you know, these explanations which I'm giving you for these 100 units, all these 100 types of explanations you can apply to only one single unit, and you can imagine how expanded it will get. So now, you know, if you take this word, concentrate on one name of God, that is Ya Baqi, that means eternal. Now, to understand Tawheed, if you take each name and understand each name which are used in this unit, and you know, you combine it with the name Baqi, you see everybody is sufficient. We need sufficiency. And we always says कि अल्लाह अपने, you know, किसी का मोहताज नहीं करना, हमें हमेशा, you know, sufficient रखना. We should be self-sufficient. But that self-sufficiency is never complete in a man. He is born weak and he dies weak. Okay, only the sufficient, the self-sufficient one is Baqi. Okay, जिसकी किफायत बाकी रहती है वो सिर्फ अल्लाह है, जिसका नाम यहाँ पे बाकी है. If you come to Shafi, sometimes even the doctors cannot cure people. Sometimes people can cure, sometimes they cannot cure. But the God's cure, the cure of God may be also in death and after death. You know, sometimes death also becomes Shafi, a cure for people when they are suffering a lot. And that Shafi, sometimes it happens in humans, sometimes it doesn't happen in humans. But Allah is Baqi, so his Shafa is always Baqi. Whether you are there in this world, he is a curer for you in the other world as well. Ya Wafi, the completer. What can we complete? We cannot complete, you know, sometimes our studies, sometimes our projects, but he is the one who is Baqi. So he is, you know, everything of it is perfect and complete. There is not one day that goes where the sun is, you know, a minute late, or you know, the 14 phases of the moon, there is not one phase that is missed. So that is Wafi. He is a perfect completer or concluder. Ya Mu'afi. Ya Mu'afi. You know, sometimes we forgive and sometimes we do not forgive, but he is the one who is ever Baqi. You know, sometimes you want to ask forgiveness of somebody, but what happens? That person is passed away from this world. He's no more. But Allah is always there. You can ask for him forgiveness even when the person dies and goes into the other world. You can say astaghfar for that person because Allah is Baqi. So see how it is strengthening, how the word Baqa or his name Baqi is strengthening each and every name of his and giving it a unique phase of understanding, which is other than humanly possible. Okay, so a Shafi may be temporary, a Kafi may be temporary, but the Baqa of Allah is ever Shafi, is ever Kafi. Then it says Hadi, you know, Hadi, even Hadis are Hadis. Imam, you know, Mehdi alayhi salam is a Hadi in this world today. But before this era, before him, the Hidayat was from Imam Hasan Askari. Before it was from Imam Aliun Naqi. Before it was from Muhammad Taqi. Before that it was from Imam Raza alayhi salam. So now Hidayat, you know, Hadis were changing. Hadis were changing in every era. But the Hidayat was coming from the one and the same source, and that he is the Hidayat that is Baqi. We also use, I'll give you the second understanding after I finish this. या दाई, sometimes people call you for food, you know, कभी आपको खाने के लिए बुलाते हैं, मुद्दो करते हैं, कभी मजलिस के लिए बुलाते हैं, you know, but अल्लाह हमेशा बुलाता रहता है इंसान को अपनी तरफ. आप उससे कभी भी, you can ask from him whenever you want. You can, he is the one who calls you all the time. Ya Qazi, you know, judgment of judges may change, but his judgment is final, is ever. His laws never change. Baqi. His qaza is Baqi. Razi. You know, people are sometimes pleased with you, but sometimes when you go against them, they are unpleased with you. But Allah doesn't. You know, when you do, 100 good things and one bad thing, He is not going to. He is not going to. You know what is happening actually, because I can see Rehana and Leila. I think you're going to come in the camera when I put it in this in the. It doesn't matter. If you all don't mind, I also don't mind. I just realized it because Tahira and somebody else is there in Ziyarat Ashura, and that is why I'm not putting it that part, the second or third one, unless I edit it. So now we have gone ahead, so I'm going to put it. Both of you all are covered. I don't care. Okay. Then it comes when you come to Qazi, you come to your Razi. You know, we do when do 100 good things to somebody. Only one mistake we say, and 99 are over. That person loses his a raza with us, but it is Allah. For 99, He will multiply it by 9, multiply by 10. And for that one wrong which you do, He is going to give only that one wrong ki saza. So that is the difference, Baqi, because He is Baqi, Ali. Everybody reach their zenith point. Everybody has got their peak, at their zenith in life. Everybody, be it a professor, be it a doctor, be it a teacher, be it anybody, they reach their pinnacle and then they come down from that. But it is Ali, the Allah that is Ali, He is Baqi. He is at that status. So that is that eternity, making you understand eternity, and that is that unchanging state. Nothing becomes more and nothing becomes less. It is a perfect, it's a perfect Lord. That's why, Allah, what Maula Ali says for this, that if you bring all the signs and all the miracles in front of me, my faith is not going to become more, because it is already complete. It's not going to change. So that is the unchangeable, that kifayat, that shafa'at, it is at the state of its perfection. It cannot become more, it cannot become less. So that happens only with baqa. With us, we are born weak, we gain strength, again we become weaker and weaker and weaker till we go away from here. We learn and we learn and we learn and we learn, and then we forget and we forget and we forget, and then we are gone into forgetfulness. But the ilm of Allah, the status of Allah, the guidance of Allah, the call of Allah, the pleasure of Allah, it is unchangeable. And unchangeable is, that is what we understand, Baqi, ever like that. Jannat is ever like that. It is not going to change. Okay, the world is changing. So after Ya Ali comes Ya Baqi. So this one name Baqi, you know what? How can I will tell you? Can now you can take all the names by taking the word Ali. Now join all the words to Ali. And if you join Ali to Kafi, means he is at the peak of his. Kafi, sufficiency. Ya Shafi. Ali and Shafi he is at his peak of his Shafa'at. And Wafi, he is at the peak of his completeness. Ma'afi, he is at the peak of his forgiveness. Hadi, Ali, he is at the peak of his hidayat or guidance. He is at the peak of calling out people. Then Qazi and Ali, his judgment is never secondary to anything. Ali, it is the supermost. And then Ya Razi, his pleasure is also complete and supermost. Nobody can be as pleased with you as your Lord. So now in this way, if you take each and every name, can you imagine? It is just like mathematics. If you're given the numbers from 0 to 9, now come on, start making the combinations, that how many combinations you can make, and form numerals with that. Innumerable. Right? In the same way, these are the names of Allah. And of course, if you know or you do not know, the Jafr is applied to this. Jafr is, people have that talisman, they write it, or kabhi bazu mein pehante hain, kabhi gale pe pehante hain. They use the numerical orders of the name of Allah, and they know which name has to be used with which name. So this was what it was. Now, this was an understanding of Tawheed. This was the understanding of Tawheed, but I can also explain you Imamat from this. From the word Baqi. From the word Baqi, you know, who is Baqiyatullah? Allah is Baqi. Okay, He Himself is Baqi. But Allah ka Baqi. Who is the Baqi of Allah? Who is the Baqiyatullah? So now Baqi, you know, Allah ka har naam Baqi hai. اللہ کی ہر چیز باقی ہے، اس کی بصارت باقی، اس کی سماعت باقی، اس کی رحمت باقی، اس کی مغفرت باقی، اوکے، اس کی الوہیت، اس کی ربوبیت، اس کی ہر چیز باقی ہے. Now how do you understand this baqa? There is one place, one graveyard that is called what? Jannatul Baqi. What does Jannatul Baqi means? Jannatul Baqi means a paradise, an eternal paradise. Okay, and who lies there? The Lady of Light. Okay, and her son is given the name of, because she lies over there, that land is called a paradise, an eternal paradise. And because her son is still living, he is called Baqiyatullah. And this is the ayat of the Quran. Baqiyatullahul khairul lakum in kuntum mu'minin. What does it mean? It means it is the best for you. Whatever is the remaining of Allah is best for you if you are a believer. So now, you know, if you say Allah ki rahmat baqi hamare liye behtar, Allah ki maghfirat baqi hamare liye behtar, so whatever is remaining of Allah is always going to remain. So that partial baqa, he gives it to the partial guidance. Is that ever guide? The partial guidance he gives to the Hadi. That is Baqiyatullah. He is also called Hadi. He is also the Imam al-Asr. He is also called the Imam al-Zaman. He is also called, you know, and if he comes here, he will be delegating all these names of Allah for you. The Kafi, the Shafi, he is sufficient for you. He is an intercessor for you. He is a completer for you. He is the one through whom you can ask forgiveness, Mafi, Hadi. He is the one who is going to guide you, Allah's guidance. He is the one who is going to call you towards himself, and that is going to be the call of Allah. He is the one who is going to judge between yourself. You know, there are so many things. There are the judgments of the Quran, two of them which he is going to, punishments have not yet been applied in the Quran. I have read in one of the Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam's books, I don't remember the name, but it says that if you don't, if the in the time of Imam Zamana, the one who does not pay his zakat, he is going to be given capital punishment. And the second one is going to be a married man committing adultery. He is also going to be given a capital punishment. So these Baqi, he is with him, will complete the Quran. All the knowledge of the Quran is going to come with the Baqa. So the Quran is Baqi because of his Baqa, and the eventual Baqa is Allah, Baqi. So that is, he is the Ali, means he's going to be the greatest judge. He is going to be the most high. He's going to be pleased with little things that you do for him. I'm talking about Imam Zamana. So he is going to be delegating each and every name of Allah. Now I will come, I'll reach one point of here of the ayat, and that is of Surah Rahman, where Baqi is used, and that is used for Wajhullah. Kullu faniyum wa yabqa wajhu rabbika. Allah saying everything is going to be finished, annihilated. Wabqa wajhu rabbika. What? The face of Allah is going to be Baqi. Baqi. And that face of Allah, that's why we call Mawla Ali the Wajhullahi. He is going to be there. Allah is not going to be seen by anybody, but he is going to be, these are the Imams who are going to be representing Allah on the day of judgment. So that is why the Baqa is going to be over there also. They're going to be there also for us, to support us. Okay, so these were the beautiful names of Allah, which I was trying to explain through combining the names, which you can take it, as you read the, if you have got time, and if you read Jawshar-e Kabir, You can actually go through these, and you can complete your knowledge and increase your knowledge. Now we come to our special name which Allah is given with lahu. Okay, lahu, liye. It is for him. Okay, uske liye, for him, which we say for him. And it is generally used for every male, but it is particularly when it becomes particular as huwa. We did huwa. So now this is it is a concentration of his name, lahu. And it says yaman kullu shay'in khaziun lahu. Everything is inferior to him. That means he is the superior most. Lahu, to him, for him. You can translate it according to that. Khuzu means bend. He is the most. This is how we are, learning this lahu, and we are doing the words which I used over here, a few words which I used over here are going in the negatives. So, in the negativity also, the positivity is explained. We do it in our grammar also, English grammar also. So now here also when we say la ilah, so first it is the negation, and then it becomes the positive, illallah. Okay. So this is the same way, when you use the, is everything is inferior to him. Everything that is created is inferior to him. That means he is the superior most. Okay, everything is inferior to him. That means he's the superior most. Yaman kullu shayin khashi'un lahu. Khashi'un means her cheese, khuzu and khushu, obedient. Everything is obedient to him. Even your body is obeying him. Even if you are not praying, you are intaking oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. That is the khuzu and the khushu. That is the obedience to Allah. So, you may not, what you saying, consciously obeying him, but unconsciously your body is obeying him. In the same way we have in the, hands and, feet and the heart, there are different parts of the body. Some muscular are voluntary and some are involuntary. So that involuntary muscles which do not listen to you, like the heart, you cannot tell him stop beating, start beating. You cannot say. It is upon Allah. The day it stops beating, it will, the man is not going to live. So in the same way, the closing of the eyes, the moving of the hand, when there is something dangerous, you running away from something that you find very, so these are those reflexes in you, the reflexes in you which are obeying God, you are not understanding. Consciously, you are disobeying him, but unconsciously, your body is obeying him. Quran talks even about the shadows doing sajda. And the shadows doing sajda is when the sun is behind, the shadow is going to be in front. It cannot go behind. That is its obedience, and that is what we call sajda. Of course, I have done with this with you all with very, very many meanings many years ago, the shadows of people, but not, I'm just giving the reference of that part. Yaman kullu shay'in kainun lahu. Kain un lahu yaman kullu shay'in mawjudun behi. Har cheez sabit, kainun means everything with in front of his actions and activity. Everything looks inactive. Inactive means, see, the sun is moving, the stars are moving, the earth is moving, but can you imagine that everything that is making them move is Allah? So what is his type of action? That is we call the amr, and then say lahu in front of him. Ya man kullu shayin mawjudun behi. There is nothing that is hidden from him. Mawjud means present, and Allah saying yaman kullu shay'in mawjudun behi. Now this has changed. Okay, lahu is gone. We are saying everything is present in front of him. Even you can put 100 barriers. One of the hadiths of the Prophet, and no, it is one of the ayats of the Quran. I think the one which I did in Al Imran, the longest one, maybe or maybe not. But it is, Allah says that if you go and hide in the strongest fort to save yourself from death, but you cannot hide from your God because He is there as well. So everything is present in front of Him. Nothing can be hidden from Him. So that is, everything. Yaman kullu shay'in mawjudun behi. Yaman kullu shay'in munib, inclines. Everything inclines towards Him. Even, everything, inclination means the energy of life is derived from His names, because his name is Hayyu. That means life. So everything, every life is derived to Him. So naturally, if you are thinking, no, I'm not thinking about God, but your life is dependent upon Him. So you are dependent upon your Allah for your life, for your growth, for your sustenance, for everything. Okay, that is called munib, inclination. Yaman kullu shay'in khaifun minhu. Khaif, everything fears Him. Everything fears Him. Yaman lahu kulli shay'in qaimun. Everything is established because of Him. This is what we say. When we say our prayers, we say Beholallahi wa quwwatihi akum wa qa'ud. Means with the strength of Allah, we stand and sit. So this is that kind. Everything is standing and sitting and moving, established. Whatever, even the suns and the moons, okay, they are established because Yaman kullu shay'in qaimun bihi. The reason is God. Yaman kullu shay'in sa'irun ilayhi. Sa'irin is like inclination, returns to Him. Everything is going to return towards Him, ilayhi, towards Him. So see what we used bihi, we used ilayhi, and we used lahu for Allah in this. Yaman kulli shay'in yusabbihu. Everything, kulli shay means nothing excepted, everything inclusive. Yusabbihu, they pray His praises. Behamdihi, with His praises. They pray the tasbih with His praises. They pray the tasbih with His praises. His praises can be in any form. Masha Allahu, la hawla wa la quwwata. And you can say, astaghfirullah. These are all His. Alhamdulillah, subhanallah. Anything you say, that is yusabbihu. So everything they have to with His hamd. You know what is hamd? Hamd has got two qualities into it, two names of Allah it is. Hamd, when do you feel hamd? When do you feel like praising something? You feel like praising something when you owe something to somebody, and somebody has done something good for you. So when somebody has done something good for you, you have got a grateful heart. And with the grateful heart, the tongue moves with the praises. So that is what hamd in itself has two names inside it. And that is gratefulness. First is gratefulness, and second is, first is shukr, and that is then is hamd. So now when the birds chirp, or the lions roar, or the flowers bloom, or the clouds move, or there are thunderbolts. We just did it yesterday in Surah Rad, and I did explain that the thunderbolts, Allah said this is the tasbih. They are praying the tasbih. So everything that is working according to nature, the sun going around, the earth going around the sun, is doing the hamd of Allah, because she is saying, you have put me in the Sirate Mustaqim, and I'm not going to move away from that. So that is that the moving on the straight path taught by God is religion. And that is what is the tasbih. So that is what, even if you're sleeping, and you are sleeping with the belief of God in your heart, your whole body says the hamd of Allah. Do you know? In any form, they will do the hamd of Allah. It's like for a moment, his full life, when he stands up on the day of judgment, his full life, in his accounts, his full life is going to be a tasbih. Because with everything he saw, everything he spoke, everything he heard, when he took the name of Allah, they become habituated to it. And they are inclining. Allah said, no, ruju, munib, so many words he used over here, Allah, for himself, mawjood. So now naturally everything is present in front of God. They are saying tasbih and they are in front of him. So naturally they are all coming into account. So everything says the hamd of Allah in the tasbih. Yaman kullu shay'in halikun. Halikun. You know, everything is going to become halak, finished. Illa wajhahu. Save his face. Save his face. Again comes the same ayat. You are going to be introduced just how Rasulullah introduced you to Allah in this world. You are going to be present in front of Allah through Rasulullah, because you do not have any knowledge of Allah without Rasulullah. So these are going to the wajh, those are going to be there on the day of judgment, and Allah says that they are the wajhullah, the faces of Allah. Everything is going to be halak. I just prayed the ayat of Surah Rahman for you in the last unit, and the same works over here. Now it is the word, you know, what we this is a very beautiful, the 38th one is where there is, you know, the where we call it the kalma, where I just told you all that you used the la and illa, and they are known as the conditional, okay, preconditional prepositions that are used. If la is used and, you know, illa are used, if though these two are used together, they are like locks. And even, you know, if you use ma and illa, so there are 4 things like that which are used with illa. So when they are used, they are the lock system, they are the conditional prepositions, where the ayat gets completely locked and you cannot take the meaning to anywhere else but within its limits, like we call the muhkam. So like, la ilaha illallah, it's a command, it's muhkam, means it's the amr of Allah. La nahi, ilah Allah, illa sawai, except la. Okay, so la ilaha illallah, there is no Allah save Allah. We say there is no God save Allah. So now whatever this part of this unit, the 38th one, is actually we are doing that. Okay, when it starts with la. Ya man la mafarra illa ilayh. Can anybody run from him? So it says no one runs from him but towards him. So there is no escape to end for anybody but towards him. Again, Surah Rahman, you know, Allah said, Ya masharal jinne wal inse inistatatum, if you have got the power. If you have got the power, cross the boundaries of the heavens if you can. And then Allah says, you cannot do it. So where are they going to? If they're going to run to God, run from God, they are going to reach God. There is no running away from that. That's what he's saying. Yaman la yamafarra illa ilayh. There is no escape from him, safe towards him. Yaman la ya mafza'a. Mafza'a means a resort. Okay, there is no resort for anybody except towards him, towards God. Yaman la maqsada, destination, goal, the end, the conclusion. There is no conclusion for anybody. You are, after death, nobody is going to go anywhere except him. You may belong to any religion. All human beings are created by God. He is the creator, and every creature is going to return back to him. So Allah is saying there is no goal for anybody. There is no conclusion for everybody except with Allah. Ya man la manja, deliverer, najat dene wala. Nobody can release you. Nobody can deliver you from any punishment, from any calamity. Minhu illa ilay. Ya man la manja minhu, except towards him. Ya man la yurghabu illa ilayhi. There is no inclination towards anybody but towards him. See, that is what, there is inclination towards raghbat, preference, inclination. I'll explain to you one thing. See, now often, because we believe in the intercessions of the imams, we believe in the 14 imams. So that's why, people often, take this in a wrong way, and they think that we have left God, nauzubillah, and we are, running towards these people. It's not like that. The thing is, we incline towards them because they are inclined towards God, and we cannot directly incline without a guide. Whether you are doing right or wrong, we do not like namaz. Everybody prays, but they have to pray according to what the Prophet prays. So naturally, for the namaz, the inclination has to be towards the Prophet or his successors, so that we pray the namaz as Allah wants. Otherwise, there are so many people who are doing the right things. They're very good human beings, but if their inclination is not towards Allah, then there is, because every good comes from Allah. So it should be, he should be given the shukrana for that, acknowledgement for that. So everything that raghbat, that Husainiyat, raghbat is Husainiyat. We are inclined towards Husainiyat because Husainiyat is inclined towards Allah. And we see in them the exemplary what people can do for Allah. And we get, the children, the community, they get, lots of zest towards religion by hearing about him, by learning from his life, and they get into religion. Not only that, the family life, everything, every phase of the Quran is covered by Husainiyat. So that is what is, raghbat, yurghabu illa ilayhi, yaman la hawla wa la quwwata illa bihi. There is no power, there is no quwwat. So there is no quwwat Sivai, except in Behi, in Allah. Yaman la yusta'anu illa Behi. Yusta'an is help. You are not going to get help from anybody except him. No, but he is not going to come and put anything in your hand. You should acknowledge the one who helps you. That this Allah has helped me through this one's hand. And Allah has given me through this person. So it is Allah who is helping, but Allah is sending people to help you. Ya man la yatawakkalu illa ilayhi. Can anybody depend upon anybody? When there is no guarantee of anything in this world, how can we depend upon anybody? But there is one guarantee. That guarantee is that Allah. So we do not depend upon anybody but Allah. The wealthiest may become the poorest, or the living may become dead. We cannot depend upon anybody. Next second, what is going to happen, we do not know. Only dependent one is Allah. So we depend upon not anybody, but tawakkal. Yatawakkalu illa alayhi, ya man la yurja. Yurja means if you say, when you have some wish, when you have some dua, and you know that your ummeed is with Allah, that nobody can do this for me, but it is not impossible for him. Yurja. That's called yurja. It is also from the word rajat, but here it means ummeed, or your wishes, your desires, your du'as. Ya man la yurja illa huwa. You cannot wishful thinking, when we have this one is going to do that for me, that one is going to do that for me. But no, it is only with Allah. Illa huwa. Ya man la yubadu illa iyahu. Except him, there is ibadat for none. Okay, la yubadu. None are worshipped. Only iyahu. Only him. Okay. So this was the 38th one. Now we come to the now we come to the 39th one. This is also very beautiful. It says, khair means best. Ya khairal marhubina. He is the best for the ones who are insecure. He is the best for ones who are insecure, who fear. Ya khairal marhubina. Marhubina, जिस पे रगबत करते हैं हम, जिस पे हम डिपेंड करते हैं, he is the best among them. I just did the word with Raghbat. We have got the Raghbat through Imam Hussain. To Imam Hussain, so that we reach God easily, so that we reach Allah easily. So he is the khair. There are other also. There are others also. We do Raghbat to our parents. We depend upon them. But the best is Ya khairal मरगूबीना या खैरल मतलूबीना, तलब करने वाला, जिससे हम तलब करते हैं, हम जिसे चाहते हैं कि we can ask him anything. So there are many like that. We go to the rozas also and ask everything. But khair, who's the best of matlubina? He is Allah. Ya khairal mas'ulina. Mas'ulina means the one who is questioned and asked, one who is supplicated to. We ask him to fulfill our wishes. That is mas'ulin, from the word sawal karna. Ya khair al maqsudina, he is the best of destination. Ya khair al mazkurina, he is the one whose zikr is the best, best zikr. We do zikr of Imam Hussain, we do zikr of Maula Ali, but finally we come to the zikr of, because they are, Allah has sent them to us. So through their zikr, we realize what is the zikr of Allah. So that is Ya khair al mazkurina, Ya khair al mashkurina. We are thankful for everything that he has, everybody gives to us. Okay, but the best one that has to be thanked is Allah. Then say Ya khair al mehbubina. Mehbubina means beloved one. Ya khair al mad'ubina, the called one, the best of one we call, the best of one we love. The khair al mustanisina, जिससे उन्स किया जाता है. Uns is contact. You can say contact, you can say, be adhering to that person. So that is unsiyat, we call. Insan is also derived from the same letter. He is, always, he wants somebody. He depends upon somebody. How is dependent in his mother's womb and is attached to her womb in the same way. That is unsiyat. He's attached. That's why it's called uns or insia, or what you call insan. And that is the word. The khairal mustani sina means the one who is uns किया जाता है, attachment रखा जाता है. तो दुनिया में किसी से भी attachment रखें, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा जो बेहतरीन अटैचमेंट है वो अल्लाह के नाम से किया जाए. Now what was used, was very commonly used in this part, was the word of the used khair. The word which was used was khair. Now when Quran, this khair is used many a times, but there is one particular surah which is known as Surah Bayyana. Bayyana means obvious. It distinguishes the right from the wrong, the dark from the light, the belief from the disbelief. That is what means Bayyana. It becomes obvious to you. There is no obscurity in it. That is what Bayyana means. So there Allah has used this word khair. There Allah has used this khair, and he has used khair word for both the positivity also and the negative. No, the positivity is used khair, and he says khairul bariya. Innal lazina amanu wa amilu salihati ulaika hum khairul bariya. And Allah has used some people as sharrul bariya in that. Mean the worst of creation and the best of creation. So khair, the opposite of khair is shar. So when Allah has used these two, opposites are used lots in the Quran, and they are used in the same numbers, like the day and the night and all these things. I often refer to them. But in that, Allah has made it very obvious, and Allah is talking about that there is not only kufr among the people of idol worshippers, but it is also there in the Sahibi Kitab. Okay, Allah is saying Sahibi Kitab. So when Bayana came to them, means a book came to them, that's a Quran. And when they saw that there is Christianity and Judaism in our book, both the religions are mentioned, Isa and Musa, properly mentioned. So they, instead of taking it up, they went in the opposite direction. So when they turned their faces away, Allah said that they did it when they knew it. So when somebody knows it and does it, he becomes the Sharul Bariya, the worst of creation. And Khairul Bariya is when they go, the worst of people, when they go against the best of people. And who are the best of people? The Khairul Bariya, Rasulullah is known as Khairul Bariya because when you read the when you read the Ziyarat of Bibi Fatima Zahra, she is called Binte Khairul Bariya, the daughter of the best creation of Allah. So now Khairul Bariya is Rasulullah, and of course, even the Ahlul Bayt are said to be, by the Imam said that even they, all the 14, are Khairul Bariya. So when you say Khair al Marghubin, so this Khair, the best Khair is applied to Allah. Khair means best. But other than best, that comes secondary, it becomes them. It becomes them. So that is why I always explain to you that Khair al Marghubin, we want to do Raghbat to Allah. So we do Raghbat to the Masumin. Khair al Maqsudin, our best maqsad, the goal is Allah. To achieve that goal, we have to take the path of the Ahl Bayt. Khair al Mehbubina, the best love of our life is Allah. So now naturally we have to love such people whom Allah loves. So this is what it is. And the second was the meme. And why was meme used over here? The same way where, hamd is there, meme is used. So it becomes hamd wale, to whom the praise belongs. And that is Rasulullah. In the same way, this meme is applying to all the 14. Okay? When it says, marhubina, means they are the personifications of who fear. Khair al marghubina, they are the personifications whom people incline to. Matlubina, talab. We have got a talab. That talab inside you is the talab of ziyarat of Imam Hussain. That ultimate talab is meeting God. That is what your soul is seeking, your spirit is seeking. And you get satisfied when you go to them because God is with them. You will not find them anywhere. See how he has joined his name to their name. This is Khair al Marghubina, Khair al Matlubina. You ask from them. The best people to be asked. The best one is Allah. The second best, the Masumin. Ya Khair al Mas'ulina. Sawal. कौन सवाल करता था मौला अली से आके? सवाल करना यानी मांगना. He is call only. जूदो सखा is उनका जूद और सखा मशहूर है. एक नान का सवाल और ऊंटों की कतार दे दी उन्होंने. तो ये खैर अल मसऊलीना, ऐसा देखा आपने कहीं देने वाला? ऐसा देखा आपने? या खैर अल मकसूदीना या खैर अल मज़कूरीना. जिक्र अल्लाह का कुरान में है, लेकिन बेहतरीन जिक्र अल्लाह का है, लेकिन उसके बाद में आले मोहम्मद है. और ये बेहतरीन शुक्र अल्लाह का है, लेकिन उसके बाद जो शुक्र है वो इनका है कि इन्होंने हमें अल्लाह का रास्ता बताया है. या खैर अल महबूबीना या खैर अल मदऊवीना, बुलाता हमें वो है, लेकिन हम उसकी आवाज कहाँ सुनते हैं? हम तो हुसैन की आवाज सुनते हैं. राइट, व्हेन ही सेज कि हल मिन नासिर यंसुरना, हमने वो सुना. तो बेस्ट पुकारने वाले. फिर उसके बाद में इमाम ज़माना आएंगे और जब पुकारेंगे वो मोमिन को, तो वो दुआ करना यानी पुकारना. तो पुकारता अल्लाह है. पुकारता किसके जरिए है? इनके जरिए. हज पे भी तुमको बुलाया अल्लाह ने. किसके जरिए बुलाया? इब्राहिम के जरिए. इसलिए आवाज दूर दूर तक के नस्लों में जाती है, क्योंकि असल में वो अल्लाह की दावत होती है. देन इट कम्स Khairal mustanisina. So the best of human creations you should get attached to is the LL. Now we again come to the names. Allahumma inni as'aluka, I ask you with your name. Ya Ghafir, Ya Satir. Ya Ghafiro, Ya Satiro, Ya Qadiro, Ya Qahiro, Ya Fatiro, Ya Kasiro, Ya Jabiro, Ya Zakiro, Ya Naziro, Ya Nasir. Okay, so now see, this is, one, it's a continuation. It's a continuation, and, it says, no, let me come from, behind. Okay, rather taking you from this side, let's come from that side and see. I've not done it, but let me see. Nasir means the helper. Who can help you? The one who sees you in trouble. One who does not see you in trouble will not help you. So the helper, then before that is Ya Naziro, the one who sees. The one who sees, and before that is the Zakir. Zakir means Zikr, because you're calling out to him. And Jabir. Jabir means the one with authority. The Zikr is there because the authority is there. And Kasir. Kasir means the one who breaks or the one who tears. So ya Zakiro, ya Jabiro, ya Kasiro, ya Fatiro. Now let me come from up. Okay, Allahumma inni as'aluka bismika ya ghafir. He forgives. We don't forgive. 10 साल के बाद, oh, you did this to me. We don't forgive. But with Allah, you do again and again the wrong things, and He goes on forgiving and forgiving. Not only does He forgive, but He covers up also. Ya Satir. He forgives you, He covers up your faults. Then He Qadiru, He has got that authority, that strength to cover up your fault. Can anybody do it? No. Ya Kahiro. Kahiro means the one who gets angry, the one who can punish. He can punish, but still He's forgiving. Ya Fatiro. Fatiro means the cleaver, the one who cleaves. So he can cleave also, means cleave, you take you away. When these two names are written, Ghafir and Qahir both, he can separate both of these his names together. How he separated the heavens and the earth. Okay, so there is philosophy in the placement of each and every name and where it is placed. So he is the Fatir, and the Fitrat comes from Janabi Sayyada. Okay, so the Qahir will become the Ghafir with her Wasila. The Kasir means he can break away, all your faults. Jabir is again with the authority, the strong one. Jabrail, the name is Jabrail, through that, fast working. Ya Zakiru, naturally, the God with these many, the Allah with these many beautiful names, you have got nothing to say about it, but just go on doing the zikr of all His name, the Ya Naziru, the one who sees and the one who helps. Subhanaka ya la ilaha illa antal al-Ghaus, khalisna minan nar, ya Rab. Sadaqallahul Aliyyul Azim. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahim.